Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And off we go on EA Sports. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And some room to work. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 33 and a first.
Well, when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level. That offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
And making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there. Off the play fake, Love. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
That's good for Washington. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Powell to the air on first and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Turner. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be second down. This defense for the Packers, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Powell throwing on 3rd down here. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice, because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. On play action. Love to throw. He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Takes over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. Now Howell. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Looking for Cole Turner on that one. And it's second down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. A well-executed 22-yard gain. On that catch, he's already eclipsed 100 yards here in the first quarter. Charles, he's on pace for over 400.
And playing with great confidence, isn't he? I think he probably had it coming into the game, and now that he's really come out of the game this strongly, how'd you like to be in the huddle with him right now? You know he's demanding the football.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And it's a Packers touchdown. A great effort there. 41 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. First down, Howell to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
That's good for Washington Commanders. 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Howell out of the shotgun. Over the middle, complete. It's Turner. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now they go play action with Howell. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Divided DeAndre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
To try again after the sack. Powell. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Now a dump off here complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They go play action now. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Jordan Love scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Packers take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Back to throw, Howell. Being chased out left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. And he goes out right around the 39. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
On the double.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that. So I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Play action this time with Love. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Patton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply...
The defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Off play action. It's Howell. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Third and long, here's Howell. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Fielded at about the 28. The 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Here's Love. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice... Bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Up the middle they go. Casey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, Love. Touchdown! Christian Watson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 28-0. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And into the end zone, it's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. A big play there by the rookie, an interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 10 yards there, good for Washington first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now throwing on first down here. Quick slant, Dotson. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 40-yard line.
From the 40 now on second down. Powell. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Able to connect with Dotson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
Well, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Doubs, 73 yards. And the Packers extend their lead yet again. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Comanders 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
Washington takes over first and 10. Their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
I Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
From the 39, Howell. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Comanders first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On first down, Howell. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Quay Walker able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Preston Smith, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. Throwing on 2nd and long. Howell, and he's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to make it 4th down. Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell. And he finds McLaurin. And he will be taken down, but it's a big play and a conversion for Washington on 4th down. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. A handoff running left is Gibson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd and 7. Powell, this is caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. They'll give him 4 yards there. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Powell trying to pick it up on 3rd. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Fourth down, Howell, desperation time. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will cut this lead down to 25. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. It has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head. Yeah,
not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Love going to give this one to Jones. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Play fake. Here's Love. Rolling to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Powell. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Howell, he'll look to throw it. This one left side caught by Gibson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
First down, Howell to throw. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Howell. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Fourth down, Howell. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. They have gone to the 4th quarter, by the way, in that game in Cleveland. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Hey, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dab. It's been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. You take care of the ball on the way out.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing. Love. Try to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should have...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juste. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
Ready.
And they take a knee.
Come on. Hey.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Let's go now.
And the defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. And they will take a knee here. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Fourth down and no hesitation from Matt LaFleur as he sends out the field goal unit. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Third and long for Love. Man open, here is Jones. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here we go. Here we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is.
Dollar. Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers.